Hello everyone, today I will go over how to build Hu Tao. This guide will go over Hu Tao's talents, constellation, artifacts, weapons, and best team comps. Anyways, before we get into the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the video. Starting with Hu Tao's talents, we have her auto attacks. Her auto attacks are pretty basic, as it is just a 6-hit combo that does physical damage, and a charge attack that lunges her forward, similar to Xiangli. Keep in mind that this talent does play a role in her auto attack damage when using her elemental skill, so make sure to level it up alongside her elemental skill. Hu Tao's elemental skill converts her damage into pyro and gives her an attack bonus with the cost of a percentage of her max HP. The damage she gains scales for more attack based off her max HP, and her charge attacks in this form will apply an effect called Blood Blossom, which does damage to the target over time. Hu Tao's elemental burst does pyro damage in a large AoE and heals Hu Tao based on a percentage of her max HP. The healing is greater when she hits more opponents, scaling up to 5 enemies, and if Hu Tao's HP is equal to or less than 50% when using her burst, both the HP regained and the damage is increased. She can also dash through enemies, which is pretty neat. Her first passive talent buffs the whole party's crit rate excluding Hu Tao, and her second passive talent increases pyro damage bonus when her HP is equal to or less than 50%. Now I will go over Hu Tao's Constellation, starting with her C1, which basically allows her to spam charge attacks after she uses her elemental skill, which is really nice for getting that Blood Blossom effect on the opponent. Her C2 increases Blood Blossom damage based on a percentage of her max HP, and now her elemental burst will apply Blood Blossom. C3 just raises talent level. C4 will apply a buff of crit rate for your whole party, excluding Hu Tao if you defeat an enemy with a Blood Blossom effect on them. C5 raises talent level as well, and C6 triggers an effect where if she drops below 25% HP or gets hit by a lethal attack, she'll gain 200% elemental and physical res and get to 100% crit rate. As for Hu Tao's artifacts, I think her best in piece slot is Crimson Witch of Flames. The reason I say this is because the 2-piece gives a just straight up pyro damage bonus, which is really nice, and the 4-piece will give you more elemental reaction damage. Now, other options you could run are the 2-piece Gladiator plus the 2-piece Crimson, because you get more attack and more pyro damage. You could also run 4-piece Retracing Bolide. Basically, what this does is increases your normal attack damage when protected by a shield. And I think a last good option would be the 4-piece Lava Walker, which increases your damage against opponents with pyro on them. But overall, I think her best artifact set is Crimson Witch of Flames, just because of the overall bonuses you get. Now, as for the Hourglass, her best Hourglass stat is probably HP percent, because a percentage of her attack scales off her HP, so keep that in mind. As for the Cup, you want pyro damage bonus, obviously, because then you do more pyro damage. And last, you want a crit stat here, so either crit rate or crit damage, depending on your weapon. As for me, I have Homa, so I have crit damage here, so then I want to run crit rate here. For weapons, Hu Tao's best weapon is Staff of Homa because of how her HP scales with her attack, and will give you a further attack bonus based off your max HP. Other 5-star options include the Skyward Spine, which the passive is really good. You could run Primordial Jade Wing Spear or Vortex Vanquisher. As for 4-star options, you can run Lithic Spear, which has a nice crit rate and attack boost based on your party members. Deathmatch, which is the Battle Pass weapon, that has crit rate and raises attack based on your enemies. Blackcliff Pull, which is from the Paimon shop and has crit damage on it. And the Royal Spear from Paimon shop, which gives more crit rate the more you attack enemies. For free-to-play options, you could run Prototype Star Glitter, the passive is really good, or White Tassel, a 3-star weapon with a passive that increases auto attack damage. Do not go Crescent Pike or the Dragon Spine Spear, as they give physical damage bonus, and they just tend to be useless on Hu Tao because you want to run pyro damage bonus on her. For team comps, any character that can support Hu Tao well is a great support and team member. Xingqiu is a good option because of the Vaporize, and you just do more damage with your auto attacks. Xiangli is good because pyro resonance and good pyro support, and Diona is good because she creates a shield and heals you. Other good options are like Sucrose, which is good for crowd control and getting Vincescent Venerer debuff, Kaya to proc Melt, and Albedo even, because then you get more shields and you just do more damage. Fischl is also a good option too, just any character that supports is really good. And there you have it, that is my short 5-minute Hu Tao guide. This character is very interesting, and having to manage her HP well without dying and doing optimal damage is an interesting playstyle like none other. If this guide helped you, make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you have an awesome day.